Hello everyone and welcome back to Jacklit Educational Channel. So this is the part 6 for the UGC NET Environmental Science discussion of NET 2020 exam paper, and here we are going to discuss the MCQs along with the solution and with some formulas. So this will be going to very interesting and very helpful in the upcoming examinations. So write down all these things in your notes. So if you haven't checked the previous parts, the link is provided in the I button. You can check the link from there. So let's start today's video. So the first question which we are going to deal today is the numerical. So आपको numerical से डरना नहीं है. These numerical are called as chocolate numericals because they are very simple. Yes, if you know the formula, you can solve it easily. Let's discuss the question. The first question which we are going to discuss today is a sample of air has a relative humidity of 60%. So relative humidity 60% दिया है air का. Given that the saturated vapor pressure of the water is 2260 pascal. So saturated vapor pressure भी दिया गया है. Next what we have to do, we have to calculate the vapor pressure of the air at 20 degrees Celsius. So here air and water, they both mix and they are forming the humidity, that is humid air. Then here we have to calculate with the help of a very simple formula. So here on your screen the formulas are there and we will see. So to find the relative humidity, the percentage, the formula is actual vapor pressure divided by saturation vapor pressure or saturated vapor pressure multiplied by 100. Similarly, relative humidity can be also found out with the help of the density. Yes, with the help of actual vapor density divided by saturation vapor density multiplied by the 100% will also give the relative humidity. So these two are different formulas, one with the density, another with the pressure. So here what we will do, here there is no need of the temperature. The temperature is just given to confuse you. Yes, temperature यहाँ पे confusion के लिए दिया गया है. So now let us put the values and get the solution. So here what we will do, we have the relative humidity given. So that is how much? It is 60%. So we will write 60. So we are using this formula here because it is given vapor pressure and not the vapor density. So 60 we will write in the left hand side is equal to actual vapor pressure. So that means it is asking the thing which is asked in the question, that will take it as x divided by saturated vapor pressure, which is given as how much? So saturated pressure vapor is given as of water is 2260. So that will be in the denominator 2260 multiplied by 100. So this is in the formula, you should remember this thing. And now what we will do, we will solve this because it is very simple. We will take this x to left hand side. So let me clear all these things. X will be equal to 2260 multiplied by 60 divided by 100. So don't forget to divide it by 100 because here it is multiplied, so it will be divided here. So after solving this, the 100 will be cancelled and 226 multiplied by 6 will give the value as 1356 pascal. That means option number 4 will be the correct option. So in this way, simple formulas, if you remember, you can solve this question and get full marks. So let's move to the next question. The next question is in the form of the match the following, and it is very important to know all these things. It is from the environmental geology and it is also very important. So first of all, it is given that in the left hand side rock types, they are rudiaceous, arenaceous, silt rocks and argillaceous type of rocks. So and the characteristics are given on the right hand side, that is the list 2. So we have to match with the correct characteristics with the rock types. So first you should know that there are certain things which are already given in the question in the match the following. You can analyze that. For example, here it is given silt rocks. Silt rocks, in the characteristics part you can see here it is containing rocks consisting mainly of silt and siltstones. So here the common sense says that it will be matching with this silt rock category. So C has matched with the number 1 thing. Now we will see one by one what is rudiaceous rock. Rudiaceous rocks are those kind of rocks which are more larger in size. So जो बड़े size के rocks होते हैं उन्हें rudiaceous rock types कहते हैं. For example, the rocks which are mainly consisting of gravels, pebbles, cobbles and boulders. So these are big size rocks. So A will match with number 2. Similarly, next is arenaceous rocks. So arena word, it is the Latin word. The arena means sands. So arenaceous will match with the rocks consisting mainly of sands. And finally, the argillaceous rocks will match with the rocks consisting mainly of dust, mud and clay. So in this way, you can see that A has matched with the 2, B has matched with the 4, C with 1 and D with 3. That means option number 4 will be the correct option. So I hope you have understood this. Let's move to the next question. So the next question is one of the very frequently asked questions in the environmental science entrance, that is the environmental relief fund was created under which of the following acts? So I'll wait for certain seconds, then I'll reveal the answer. So here the correct option will be option number 3, that is the environmental relief fund was created under the Public Liability Insurance Act of 1991, and it is also asked that when the Public Liability Insurance Act was enacted. So it will be, the answer will be 1991. So this is very important. Let's move to the next slide to know something more about this act, because questions can come from here. So the first point is this Public Liability Insurance Act came after में the भोपाल गैस ट्रेजेडी. So भोपाल गैस ट्रेजेडी जो 1984 में हुआ था, उसके बाद ही इस एक्ट को लाने का प्लान बनाया गया. Then the next point is this law requires that all enterprises or all factories and industries that have or have control over handling of any hazardous substance. So this is for specifically those enterprises, those industries which are dealing with the hazardous substances. What they have to do? They need to subscribe a public liability insurance policy cover. So this subscribe means not this YouTube subscription. This is because that they should enroll in this policy, that is public liability insurance policy cover. So this insurance is against which of the claims? The claims from the third parties for death or injury or property damage caused by the hazardous substances handled in their enterprises. So for example, in any company or industry, there is a leakage of the hazardous substance, and for that there is the death of people or injury to people or injury to any damage, then that should be covered under this policy. The enterprises will be responsible for their compensation. So what is the compensation? So the compensation payable under this act is also irrespective of the company's neglect. So the company should not say that it was our negligence, so it is responsible for that particular company. So the victims, those who are facing the trouble from the hazardous substance or who are exposed to the hazardous substances used by an industry, may file a claim. So जो claim है वो किसको किया जाएगा? सो द क्लेम शुड बी डन विद द कलेक्टर. सो वहाँ के कलेक्टर से क्लेम करना है विद इन 5 years ऑफ द एक्सीडेंट. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट. विद इन 5 years ऑफ द एक्सीडेंट, that can be death or injury or property damage, they should file a claim to the collector within 5 years of the incident or accident. Next, what the collector should do? On receipt of the application from the victims, the collector will give the notice to the owner and then it will hold an inquiry. So एक inquiry वो लोग एक conduct करेंगे, the collector, after giving the notice to the owner of the industry of the enterprises. Then accordingly the amount will be decided for relief, which will be given to that victim or person. So next thing we will know about the next question. So next question is also one of the frequently asked question in the examination of NET. The question is the most toxic form of mercury in water is what? So here most of you would have remembered that methyl mercury is the most toxic form of mercury. But if you don't know what is the chemical formula, then you won't be able to answer this. You will be confused. So methyl mercury का formula है CH3 and Hg+. So CH3 is the methyl group. When it is attached to the mercury ion, it forms the methyl mercury, which is the most toxic form of mercury in water. And what disease is caused by this mercury poisoning? That is also frequently asked question. The answer is Minamata disease. So this is very important. Kindly note down all these things. Let's move to the next question, which came in the NET 2020 paper. So this question was given based on the options. So these questions are repeatedly asked, not that simply it will ask direct questions. So the question was diesel exhaust particles, which are DEP, known to manifest asthma like features, are responsible for which of the following conditions in our body. So I'll wait for certain seconds, then I will reveal the answer. So you have to choose from these options. So here, before revealing the answer, we will know one by one. So these dissolved exist particles are infected in our body and they conduct the chronic airway inflammation. So there is inflammation in the air passage in our body. So this is correct. Next thing is they also caused mucus hypersecretion. So the mucus layer in our airway path in our lungs, it causes hypersecretion. The mucus secretes much more than the normal quantity. Next is the airway expansion. Airway expansion is very wrong because the air passage in our body after inhaling the diesel exhaust particle, it constricts. So it constricts, it does not expand. So अगर वो constrict हो जा रहा है, इसका मतलब है वो वहाँ पे inflammation होगा, वहाँ पे problem आएंगे respiration के लिए. So this option is wrong. Let's move to the second thing. There's the next one. मार्क्ड इनफिल्ट्रेशन ऑफ इस्नोफिल्स. सो इस्नोफिल्स जो कि हमारे ब्लड सेल्स में प्रेजेंट है WBC में. सो देर इज इनफिल्ट्रेशन ऑफ द इस्नोफिल्स. दिस इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट. And airway hyper responsiveness. Yes, hyper responsiveness means our air passage is more responsive. So the breathing rate increases, the heartbeat increases. It is hyper responsive. So this A, B, D, E is correct, are correct, and C is the wrong thing, which is from the diesel exhaust particle. That means option number 3 will be correct. A, B, D, and E only are the correct options. So let's move to the next question. The next question is coming up from the solar collectors that are for the solar plants. Now let's read the question. The question was, which one among the following solar collector has the highest concentration ratio or CR value, which is a measure of the efficiency of the solar collector. So the questions can be also asked that which is a measure of the efficiency of the solar collectors. So the answer will be concentration ratio or CR value. So this is also important. Note down all these terms. Now it is asking among these 4 kinds of solar collectors. So it also gives us an hint that these are the kinds of solar collector. You should also note down this thing. They are compound parabolic collector with a plane receiver, cylindrical parabolic collector, Fresnel lens collector, and paraboloid disc collector. So here among these 4, the paraboloid disc collector is having the highest concentration ratio, that is much more efficient than the 4 options given here. So in some other video we will discuss how to calculate the concentration ratio and which is having the least, which is having the more. But in this question you should only remember that paraboloid disc collector are having the highest efficiency because they are having the highest concentration ratio. So I hope you have learned something new from this video. If you like this, don't forget to like this, subscribe the channel if you haven't subscribed till now, and if you have subscribed then thank you very much. See you guys in our next video.